The New York Jets season is mercifully over, but tell us, should Aaron Glenn keep his job?
No.
Okay, please elaborate. I don't completely disagree.
The product that was clearly on the field in the last 5 or 6 weeks did not resemble close to an NFL football team. Yes, a lot of people were injured. The team was just not prepared to play any weeks. You have a defensive coach that came in. The defense was terrible.
They set a record.
They set a record by not getting an interception in an 18-game season. Nobody will ever do that again. They sucked the joy out of football for me this year. They're just an unwatchable football team. What's going to be better next year?
I didn't see enough, good or bad, to make a judgment call on him. He didn't do anything that improved the team, but he didn't necessarily, in my opinion, do anything that made the team any worse than they were a year ago. I kind of like the guy. I like him as the coach, but they were quite awful.
It just felt like the team was not prepared to play any weeks. In the games that they won, let's be honest, they were lucky to win.
Special teams won those games.
I mean, what's the difference between 3 and 6 wins? It's like they lost 5 games by 3 or 4 points. So, that's the difference. To me, they're just as bad as last year, and nothing really changed. I don't know how to evaluate Glenn under those circumstances. Obviously, this defense was not his defense, and something was completely dysfunctional last year about them that carried into this year. They just didn't perform. Kind of liked where the offense was heading, but it's extremely predicated on Breece Hall.
I shouldn't say there's no way, because they could franchise tag him. So I shouldn't say there's no way, but
and he won't show up.
I don't think you're going to see him play in a Jets uniform. And the coaches that are going to be available in this cycle might be the best we've ever seen in our football watching lifetimes. Right. And the Jets are not going to do anything about it.
But they could do something about it. Truthfully, do any of them want to coach for the Jets?
No.
Well, that's the other thing. Is
so,
who's going to
why
want
would they
that?
fire? They could fire Glenn, and that makes them look even worse than they did before they had him.
I'm not a proponent of the one and done. I'm really not, because you inherited a dumpster fire. You weren't going to turn around in 1 year. Your GM, Muji, did a hell of a job to get you a lot of groceries, as Bill Belichick liked to say.
If they're going to have plenty of cap space, they have a ton of draft picks over the next 2 years.
If they weren't the Jets, they're in an enviable position for a coach. That's the bottom line, right?
Yes, but it's the Jets, and they just know how to screw everything up. Let's play devil's advocate, because I love doing that. If they start off 0-5 next year, they're going to have a hard schedule next year. If they start off 0-5, what's going to happen?